Men, why are men
not
taken down as a hoe and we're whores?
Got it.
Hold on. What's the term for you? What's the term for you, boo-boo?
No, check this out.
What's the term for you, boo-boo?
Player.
The reason
Stud.
why men are...
Those are the terms for men.
I need you to really stop interrupting me.
I will stop.
Thank you.
Listening.
Getting dick for women is easy.
Extremely
People are not
easy.
praised for doing what's easy. It is very hard for men to get laid. It is not a double standard. It is a different standard. Ergo, men are studs, women are sluts. That's it.
Facts.
That is not a very good point.
It takes so much work to be a player. You have to be tall, big, strong, good looking in the face, funny, confident, also have money, have a nice car. Basically all the things that I have. But to be a slut, what do you gotta be? Just have a vagina? Have a pulse? You don't even need a pulse, actually. You don't need nothing. Even fat, ugly bitches get laid like crazy. But average guys, they don't get laid. Below average guys, are you kidding me? Dudes are struggling out here. Most of the virgins in the West, under 30, are men, not women. The top 80% of women are fucking only the top 20% of dudes. And that's a statistic where that OkCupid released and Tinder also released. So these stats are out there. It's very, very hard to be a player, a high-level guy at the top, like myself. It takes a lot of work, dedication. And you can't let yourself get fat. You can't fall off as a man. You can't lose your assets, your money. It's constant warfare all the time with other men. You got to compete for bitches with other guys. Oh, boom, take this guy's girl. Oh, boom, this guy's trying to take your girl. Boom, 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 boom. Nah, hell nah. It's always struggle, war. It's nothing to be a woman and sleep around. It's extremely easy.
You can say whatever. Patriarchy and that's
here we
why.
go.
This is it.
Here we go.
We live in a patriarchy.
We do.
The patriarchy has nothing to do. See, here's the thing.
So a woman, say you have.
You know what whenever they complain about the patriarchy, it sounds to me like every time a black person complains about slavery, even though it happened 250 years ago, it's like you have multi-millionaires like LeBron James living in your country, and movie actors and black people who are successful in business like that Shark Tank guy, worth billions of dollars combined, and you're sitting here complaining about something that happened 250 years ago. It's like me complaining about colonialism in my home country of Pakistan when the English took over, when the British came and colonized. And that was actually way more recent than the patriarchy or even slavery. That shit happened till 1947. They didn't leave till August of 1947. So I would be way more legitimate sitting here and complaining about, oh, I could have had every single excuse sitting here complaining about, oh, I'm not successful because the British colonized my home country and took all our gold and destroyed all our industries, which they did. And that's why I'm not studious or intelligent or entrepreneurial, because that was taken away from us by the British. Bullshit. People like to fucking complain. And whenever a woman talks about patriarchy and this, that, these bitches sit here in America or Canada or in the West. They're the freest women have ever been, ever, ever, ever in the world, anywhere. Matter of fact, they have more rights than men, especially when it comes to family law and family courts. There's more affirmative action in the corporate world that's geared towards them than men. More of them go to college, university. Less of them are homeless and on the street. They don't do the hard jobs like we do, like mining, drilling, life-threatening jobs. Yet they still sit here and fucking complain, man.
2 words out. She interrupts me every fucking time.
No, we're going back.
No, well, go ahead. Explain to us how we're on patriarchy. Go ahead.
So,
sure.
You have sex with 20 women, and then, I'm sorry, I forgot your
Devin.
wife. Devin has sex with 20 men.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different views.
Yes.
She's viewed totally different
Yes.
than you because of the media and how they programmed us to think about.
It's our innate biology, sweetheart. We're naturally repulsed by loose women. Not for sex, but for long-term commitment or relationship. I'll still bang a hoe, no problem. You know, I would still be more weary, and I would want to wear a condom and want to protect myself more than a chick who had only slept with 2 or 3 guys because of STDs, which is a fact. That's another thing you can't ignore or avoid or say that doesn't exist. STDs are a thing, and the more men you've slept with, the more chance that you caught something. You can't deny that. No one can deny that. Men and women, I guess, in this case. But it's very, like I said, it's very, very easy for a woman to sleep around. It's very, very difficult for a man to sleep around. You have to be inherently high value as a man to have accomplished a high body count. Because there ain't no fat, ugly, broke dudes out there who have a high body count. But there's plenty of fat, ugly, broke women who have massive body counts. Body counts higher than their credit scores. And that is possible because men and women think very, very differently about sex. Men, we don't put a high price on sex. We'll have sex with any woman. At one point in my life, I would have fucked anything with a vagina. But now I'm much more selective and picky, now that I can be. Now that I've established myself. And now that I'm not 21 anymore and I'm not as horny as I used to be. Now I'm 29 years old. But these women don't understand the journey and the struggles involved in becoming a desirable man that women want. They think most high value men just become that, and most guys who have high body count just become that. No, you have to be a G to get to that level, to have that high body count. You don't have to do nothing, sweetheart.
About women and men.
Actually, Devin, you want to take that?
I mean, I'm as old as I
I'd love
am.
to
As
hear
old
it.
as I am, I could walk into a bar and get laid tonight without setting up a date, without anything.
That
Absolutely.
doesn't matter.
So
Yes, it does.
What I'm saying
It
is
does.
it's easy to do. All right? For men to walk into a bar and get laid, they have to be accomplished. They have to have
So you're
By
making an
drinking.
they have to be
excuse.
fit.
That's
they
not
have
an
to-
excuse. That's the
Or get a
fact.
sex
They have to
doll.
have something
I think
to
that's an
offer.
excuse.
Exactly.
doll.
Exactly. And I
Or
mean,
get a sex doll.
I'm not even that good looking.
Look at this woman's
I think
face.
that's an excuse.
Look at her
Exactly.
face. She's realizing it
Exactly.
now. She's realizing it now. And some of these women, you can convince them with logic, because I think this is the first time she's hearing this information. Because this is all new information to women whenever they hear it. It's the first time they've heard it. Whenever I talk about this stuff, it's the first time they've ever heard it. And I'm not surprised, because we live in a female correct society now where their way of thinking is correct and promoted. But the way we think, that's wrong, toxic, that's misogyny, blah, 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 insert shaming language here.
And I mean,
Get a sex doll.
I'm not even that good looking, and I can just walk into a bar and just
You're
get
beautiful.
laid.
That's
So,
not true.
so what,
Yes, you're beautiful.
what I'm trying to say
queen.
is that our society doesn't reward you for doing what's easy. See, women don't even have the capacity to really protect themselves. So when women go out, they don't realize, okay, I'm born with this value. I have the world in my hands, but instead I'm going to go be free and I'm just going to give it to everybody and just basically diminish my own value. By the time that I'm old enough to realize what I'm worth,
Facts.
I've already given it all away.
It's called being attractive and not attractive.
That's called being a
She's
hoe,
well
sweetheart.
trained.
That's all. That's
no,
all. That's all it is.
attractive men are hoes.
Also,
Yes, we are. But guess
Period.
what? But here's the difference. Here's the difference. High,
All of us are attractive in this room.
listen. High status men don't commit to women who are hoes. They just don't. But
Neither
women
do
like
high
Future,
status.
women like Future, women, men like Future, Drake, Nick Cannon. They got bitches throwing themselves at him. Dude, Nick Cannon's got 25 baby mamas, and he's probably got another bitch pregnant right now.
Yeah,
Why?
you do.
25 baby mamas? Shit, man. I wonder what the child support payments on that looks like. But Nick Cannon's fucking loaded. He's still probably getting fucked in the courts, I would imagine. Probably paying, I would imagine, 50 G's each. Because he's Nick Cannon. They don't bill you based on what the child needs. They bill you based on what the man makes or what you make. They charge you based on that.
Well, yeah, that's probably true. And the
So
reason,
that's
and
why
stop,
your argument
please.
doesn't
No. I really, I'm
Hey,
going to ask you very nicely.
stop going off, please.
Stop cutting me off.
Yeah.
Is this the same 304 what's that black dude who was on this show who also ripped her a new one? Mr. Organic. Is this the same bitch who got dissed by Mr. Organic? I think she is. Anyways, she got smoked in that episode, and I think she's gonna get smoked again.
It's annoying.
It is very, very difficult, even for high status men, to get laid. People are rewarded and revered for doing what's hard. It's not easy for men to get laid. Even when I was at the height of my vape,
it's much easier for some average looking bitch, average, broke, out of shape, maybe even fat female, to go down to this bar. It's called Fox and Fiddle or something down the street. Get laid quicker than me, even though I'm 6'2", a millionaire, multiple properties, multiple German luxury vehicles, good looking in the face, designer outfits, as seen in previous episodes. I will still have to put in more work than that fat, ugly bitch. And that's just, I'm not complaining. That's just the way of life. Men have certain advantages, women have certain advantages. But on the flip side, if I do get laid a lot, I get called a player. But that woman, if she gets laid a lot, she's called a slut. It's very, very simple, ladies.
biggest powers. I'm up to my eyeballs in cocaine and strippers and all these cars. It was still hard for me to get laid, but any average looking woman could walk into a bar and she can get laid just like that. People are not going to revere you for doing
I wouldn't say it's hard. It's much easier now than it was when I was 21. And now that I'm 29, it's so much easier. My personality is also developed. I've gotten in shape. I started doing MMA. So I've improved myself in certain ways. But things have gotten so much better now. So guys, if you're a young guy, you feel hopeless right now, and you're not getting replies to your DMs, you're not getting any matches on Tinder, hit the gym, get your money up. I promise you, things get better later on in life. They really, really do. Trust me on that. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
what's easy. This is why studs are praised and sluts are admonished. That's it. And this is evolutionary biology. This has nothing to do with the patriarchy. What's the first thing you call a woman when you don't like her?
Slut.
You call her a hoe. Exactly. What's the first thing there you go.
I call her a bitch. I call her a bitch.
Stop capping. The women call each other hoes all the time.
Ho.
But when
And the word bitch is a derogatory term because female dogs are promiscuous. That's why the term bitch is a derogatory term.
when men call each other, we call them losers. Oh, you're an incel, you can't get laid. It's literally the same thing. So listen, you can make all the excuses you want, but women are hoes and men are studs. That's all there is to it.
You have anything else you want to say as far as the patriarchy and everything else?
I think that
It's so true what he said about the incels, because incel is used as an insult. Involuntarily celibate, a guy who can't get laid. That's used as an insult because we inherently at a base level know that a guy who can't get laid is a loser. But there's no such thing as a woman who can't get laid. There's no word for it. There's femcels, but they're more celibate towards commitment because no guy wants to commit to them. So it's not the same kind of celibacy, I suppose. One is celibate when it comes to sex, the man, and the other is celibate when it comes to a relationship because nobody wants an overweight, blue-haired feminist.
when your point that you just tried to make, you men go into the club as vultures.
Oh.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would use the analogy of an eagle. Because a vulture eats scraps. I don't eat scraps. The scraps are for the broke boys. I like my meat fresh. So I would like the analogy of an eagle better. But let's see what this 304 has to say.
Disgusting.
I don't know what that has to do with studs and sluts, but yes, we go in looking for women.
No, like that's disgusting. That you.
Any woman that defends being a hoe is a hoe. Because that's hit dog syndrome. As Donovan Sharp used to say. That's hit dog syndrome. If you don't know what that means, look it up. They're upset because they feel like you're insulting them.
You pray. The vulture prays.
What does vulture preying on women have to do with sluts and sluts?
How dare you call a woman a slut?
If she's a slut, she's a slut, sweetie.
A vulture scavenges.
A woman is
doesn't
not
prey.
a slut just because she has a sexual appetite just like you do.
Women and men are different.
Absolutely.
I was gonna
There you
say
go. I rest my case.
I feel like it has to do with self-worth too.
Ooh, there
I'm
we
gonna
go.
let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah, that's because she knows she's wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
Yes, you are.
We'll talk
Marilyn
about-
Monroe
we'll
is a
talk about
slut.
it later. We'll talk about it.
Exactly. Most women can't love themselves unconditionally.
Yeah, because she just got smoked on the podcast live. And now she got nothing to say.
You can't love someone else unconditionally.
Uh-oh.
Until you
I
love
think you-
yourself.
And
I'm
honestly,
gonna
if
shut
you
my mouth.
really do love someone unconditionally, you're doing them no favors.
Right.
Because you're not demanding their best from them. You're not demanding anything from them.
Yes.
Okay, just be a loser,
Exactly.
be an addict, be a whatever,
Then become a
and
leech.
and
Or
I'll just
be a
still
hoe.
love you. You know, like if
Right.
I gain 50
Oh, I
pounds,
agree.
if I gain 50 pounds over the next year,
I'm
he's
out
not going to
the
be attracted to
fucking
me.
door.
But guess what?
When
I work out 5 days a week with a personal trainer, and I've done that for the last 3 years. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I have his
Muscle
attraction.
soft.
You know, so what? I guess if he loved me unconditionally, I wouldn't be as healthy and as happy as I am right now.
And vice
I
versa.
agree with you,
Muscle soft
definitely.
That's facts.
Okay, so on the going to the couch, what are your thoughts on the video or thoughts on female promiscuity versus male promiscuity? I'll attack this after you guys go. I want to make sure y'all get a chance. Kazakhstan, we can start with you.
Well, I lost the track now.
Huh?
Yeah, I think because of all the back and forth, they might have
Yeah.
forgot.
Yo, why do all the Kazakhstani
Back
chicks
now.
look the same, bro? I know 2 chicks that look exactly like her, and they look exactly alike.
Huh?
I
Yeah,
lost
I
the
think
track now.
because of all the back and forth, they might have
Yeah.
forgot the video.
Do you believe in unconditional love? Yes, sir.
Very nice. I'm from Kazakhstan.
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Well, okay. Going back to my life experience. There was a guy who was a loser. He was sloppy. He was dirty. He was broke. He loved me, and he was like, "Why the hell can't you love me back?" I was like,
Because you're broke.
"Because all of these features you have, all the characteristics. Like, what do you expect?"
See what I'm saying? Even this fucking fat bitch has expectations. Oh, you can't be a broke loser. Bitch, you're fucking fat! Talking about, oh, you can't be a loser and just have a shitty apartment and you have to be a G to be with me. With fucking muffin rolls. Bro, who let this thing out of the water? That's what I want to know. It's preposterous. That's why I keep telling you guys, you have to step your game up. Even this Oompa Loompa over here has expectations, bro. You gotta be a G to be with this bitch, bro.
And I have my friend who is all successful. He
Thank God I'm a fucking G. So I don't have to deal with this kind of shit, man. I've never fucked a fat bitch in my life. I've fucked a couple of ugly bitches that I would be ashamed of, you know, being seen in public with. But nothing like that, man. Nothing like that. There's certain requirements to get on this D.
showed me he can.
But to you low-level guys who fucking get a chick like this, you're like, well, I'm kind of a loser, and she's kind of like not in high demand. She's kind of fat and ugly, but I guess that means that then she's not in high demand, so maybe she'll be loyal to me and listen to me. Nah, bro. You can't even slip up even if this bitch is your wife. She'll leave you and take half of your fucking air mattress. You can't, man. You can't be regular out there these days as a guy. You might get lucky as a regular guy and find you a hottie who actually loves you. I've seen it happen. But it's very, very rare, man. It's so rare. But for most of you motherfuckers, you have to be high level in some field or area. Whether it's your money or fitness or your charm, I would say do all of them. You have to fill up all the sand buckets. You have to check all the boxes with even these basic ass hoes. Like the one on the number 2 is not. Number 2 is like okay. She's kind of. This one's okay. Right, but the other 3 are like just below 5s. Right. The one on the right looks like a they them. This one. And even these bitches have requirements. So the game is very, very difficult as a guy. And that's what was being discussed on the show. That it's very, very difficult to be a player as a man and have a high body count. Because even these basic ass hoes have very, very high requirements. So you have to check so many boxes as a guy. Height, looks, wealth, confidence, car, home. Thank God I check all those boxes, but you have to do so much to be in high demand from women. They don't
feel
understand,
that
though.
he has a lot of potential, and of course I would love him too.
Okay. So you agree with the video?
Yeah, I
That
can
love
go
is
with
conditional.
him too
Okay.
myself. He
Miss
was
Japan,
male.
what about you?
I don't think it exists, to be honest.
Unconditional love?
Yeah,
Oh, you don't think it exists?
yeah.
Okay. Why not?
I don't know. I'm just always thinking of today's society. Like
Mhm.
nobody really like truly loves each other.
Okay.
So,
Damn.
yeah, like
Okay.
it's like kind of temporary, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Who do you think who's the bigger
Clearly,
perpetrator of
because-
not of love being conditional? Women or men? Real quick. Who's the bigger culprit of it being being conditional?
Uh-oh.
Conditional. I love women, but I feel like they're more of the culprit.
Uh-oh.
Fair enough.
Another bisexual in the house.
Okay.
Oh, there's 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's 4.
Okay.
Oh, we're all okay. Here we go.
What about you, Miss DR? What are your thoughts? Because you said if for true love it's unconditional. Do you still agree with that after seeing the video? Or
Uh-oh.
Yeah, a few comments.
Okay,
So
go
I've met plenty of women that have dated like broke ass, ugly ass dudes. So how do you explain that? Like,
Are they with them now?
Low self
Yes.
self-esteem.
That's cap. You're lying. This is what we're talking about. Women don't. The only women that date broke, ugly dudes are women with no options.
I've met
Yeah.
plenty
No, hold
of
on.
beautiful
Facts.
women who have been with questionable creatures.
Do they-
Right, been with questionable creatures, maybe a one night stand or anything like that. But listen, women with options don't go after losers, sweetheart.
they-
And
do
you
they
and I
say
both.
he likes-
I'm sorry. I'm talking to the other. Women with options don't date broke bum losers, not for long
Facts.
anyway. And if they do, it's temporary.
But according
May
to
I
what you
like
say,
Hold on.
everything is situational.
okay, let's let her go ahead.
but
May
according
I-
to what you say, women always have options. So which one is it?
I did not say that women always have options. A 400-pound woman does not always have options. 400-pound women will date a broke loser.
May I
But women who look like these two, they're not going to date a broke loser.
I've met plenty of beautiful women who have again dated like guys who have nothing to offer.
Even if you were
It's very, very rare. It's very, very rare. And even then, there's some offset. Either the guy's good looking in the face, he's tall, maybe he's good at sports, maybe he's like an upcoming rapper. She thinks he's going to have some kind of career or something. Maybe he has a big D. There's some offset or trade-off. They're not just doing it out of the goodness of their hearts.
we're telling the truth, the exception doesn't make the rule.
Well, not only that, but you got to ask yourself, well, what's the state of the relationship? Does she respect her guy? Is she talking to other men?
No, they're all
Is she
married,
entertaining
Myron.
other
They're all
options?
married and have 3 kids.
Herself.
I
Yeah,
can
let's
vouch
be
for
honest, because a
her.
lot of the times when a guy isn't he doesn't
Come on,
measure up
man.
a certain way
Come
or whatever
on.
it is, and she's like tolerating his fuckery, she's gonna look to other guys, or she's not gonna be happy in a relationship. Like,
Facts.
like something is gonna be unfulfilled. But if a box isn't checked, that woman's gonna check for another guy. If you know what I'm saying.
I mean,
Absolutely. I've been on both sides of that equation, so I know full well.
I've met plenty of women who have stayed in like long relationships with men who I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
But yeah, again, I've met plenty of women who are
She is in no position to be telling anyone, what are you doing? You're clearly overweight. You look like Miss Piggy talking about, what are you doing, girl? These are the kind of girls who break up happy relationships because they're always in their friend's ear. Hey, girl, what are you doing? Why are you with him? Let's go to the club tonight. Let's get lit. And they lead them astray. They lead them into being old spinsters and cat ladies, just like themselves.
dating men
years.
that are gorgeous, and I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, he has
See what I'm saying?
like, and it proves that it's unconditional.
That's
because-
ridiculous.
No, I
can
That's,
agree
oh
with
yeah,
her.
yes, of course. We all know. Listen, even if you were telling the truth, the exception doesn't make the rule. Because
Yeah.
what are the state of those relationships now? Just like Myron asked.
Yeah.
I have a restraining order.
Do you
I
love?
mean-
Do you love a restraining order? Devin, do you love me unconditionally?
Hell no.
Fuck no. Thank you.
Okay. You said you want to add something?
Yeah, guys, women don't love men unconditionally. I think we love women way more unconditionally than they do. But even then, it's not completely unconditional. I believe we're not prone to it. But there's no such thing as unconditional love from a man towards a woman. Unconditional love is for you know, this guy over here, he gets unconditional love, and children get unconditional love. Men are not loved unconditionally. We're only loved as long as we provide something. Right, buddy? Subscribe to the channel. If you're not going to do it for me, do it for Kyle. Share with your friends. That helps me out a lot. YouTube is not showing my content to as many people as it should. This is the most underrated and undersubscribed to channel on all of YouTube. So please go ahead and share it with your friends. Like the video, subscribe. Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you want to get notifications so you don't miss any of this heat that I'm dropping daily. Subscribe, share, like, and I'll see you in the next one.